guys, welcome to this week's Lush kitchen menu. I apologise for last week's menu. Goodness knows how much I got punished for doing a little dance for you guys. If I want to put a dance in the Lush kitchen video, you know, there's no harm in doing that. But as it was, there was harm in doing that because YouTube couldn't cope with the fact that I used Mambo number 5. So if you managed to see that, the few odd hundred that managed to see that video before I took it down, well, you've seen something that's a royal treat, and if you didn't get to see it, you missed out. Now, we're getting so close to Christmas, and the Lush kitchen are clearly intent on bankrupting those of us who like a good kitchen menu and like to buy all of the products coming out, because I happen to think that this week's menu is a really strong contender for one of the greatest menus that this year has seen so far. While there are not that many things that I'm going to be buying this week myself, because I accidentally bought pretty much all of the swag on Friday minus one tote bag. Yeah, that's what I did. I wasn't going to. I thought, right, Jen, you don't need 25 hoodies and 16 jumpers and 7 tote bags. You can just have a few because you have just paid for a gym membership. You have just paid for a personal trainer 2 times a week. You have just paid for hair extensions, so you can't afford to go and buy all of the jumpers, hoodies, t-shirts, everything that Lush brought out. You have to make a decision on what you want. So I wrote down all of the swag bags, all of the jumpers, all of the t-shirts, and I circled, I'll have those t-shirts, I'll have those tote bags, and I'll have that jumper. Singular. Jumper. So it comes out on Friday. I'm sitting there waiting for it to come out, and I put all of the tote bags in my basket. Unfortunately, I did miss out on one tote bag, so maybe it was me sort of making up for the loss of that. Then I thought, you know what, I'll put 2 t-shirts in. Nope, I put them all in my basket. Jen, you're going too far now. Stop this, take some out. But no, once they're in the basket, it's so difficult to get them out of the basket, you know? It's like eating too many donuts, put on a bit of weight. It's a lot harder to lose that weight, yeah, right? So I don't eat donuts. Put the jumper, singular, we're going to singular still here. This is one, singular, one. Put it in my basket. Paid for that. I was already guilty of the fact that I put in 2 t-shirts more than I was going to, and you know, I was feeling pretty bad. But then I was waiting for physiotherapy to come out, because even though it is my lowest rated bath bomb, or one of my lowest rated bath bombs, I actually wanted to get some fresh ones to give it a second chance, and also because my pictures need updating. Physiotherapy, no. 10 past 8, physiotherapy, no. 20 past 8, nope. 8:30, nope. 20 to 9. By the time physiotherapy was in my basket at 20 to 9, 2 other jumpers had accidentally found themselves in my basket, and I went to pay, and there was no button to take the jumpers out. Honestly, the button just disappeared, my willpower just disappeared, and I bought everything from the swag hour on Friday minus one tote bag that ran out, sold out before I got to it, and I would have bought it if it was in stock. And with the Christmas stuff coming out and the Halloween stuff, which we can't talk about right now, but you know what I'm talking about, why does the Lush kitchen go and release a good menu? But we love you. So that was my little story for you for the week. Story time. Let's move on to this week's Lush kitchen menu. Okay, the first thing coming up on Monday is something called Smuggler Soul Facial Scrub. Smuggler Soul Facial Scrub has actually not been gone that long. It was a Father's Day release, and it made its first appearance this Father's Day. So it's only been out of the shops for about a month and a half really. Obviously quite a popular product. Obviously a lot of people in stores and online have requested it again. Most of you guys who follow me on Instagram or who regularly go onto my blog, you'll know I had real issues with this product. I love Smuggler Soul, it's one of my favourite scents, and one of my best friends, or my best friend who I live with, actually now loves Smuggler Soul. I've really rubbed off on her about how good that smell is. When they all arrived, the thing I was most excited about was the Smuggler Soul Solid Shampoo, which I then later found out wasn't vegan, so that just sort of like dashed my dreams. And the next thing I was excited by was this. Unfortunately, when I opened the tub of the Spanish version of this, I thought there was a problem. I thought there was a mistake, because there was absolutely or very little scent whatsoever. If you love Smuggler Soul that much, you'll probably quite enjoy this. But I just find, for somebody who loves Smuggler Soul, that I expected a little bit more. The good thing about this is that actually it's quite effective in the shower. shower. I would say that it's suited mostly for those with oilier skin, because I find once I use this in the shower, my face sort of gets that rigid feeling that it does when I use Enzymium, which is also for more oilier skins. So this would be really good at soaking up that excess oil and excess grease and clearing your skin out. As an exfoliant, it's also quite good. It feels really gritty. As a product, it doesn't work too badly, and I find a tub like this will last me a good 3 to 4 months, which is not great for me when I have, you know, 8 tubs that I'm trying to use up. I haven't got 8 anymore, but I did. Because this will last a long time. You don't need a lot at all, a tiny little scoop on your finger and you're ready to go. I also use this as an arm and just an arm scrub. I just use it as a body scrub. I find that it's actually quite effective using it in most places. If you're expecting something that smells strongly of the Smuggler Soul perfume, you will be disappointed. I didn't expect it to be overly strong because having a really strong dose of lemongrass can sometimes be too much, and also the alcohol in Smuggler Soul could come across a bit too much, as well as the sandalwood. But I was expecting something to smell more like Smuggler Soul, because I don't think it smells that much like Smuggler Soul. As a product, it is effective. I think if you're somebody who likes really light smells, you don't want the Lush smell, so the big, overbearing, potent smell, this might be right up your alley. As I say, it's suitable for more oilier skins, but it's not a product I would highly recommend if you are going for the smell alone. Also coming up on Monday is a bit of an odd one. I know they're mixing dark with light and bringing back seasonal products early, but you wouldn't necessarily expect it at this time of the year. It is the Skulduggery Bath Bomb. Skulduggery Bath Bomb is this little cute fella here, and I have 2 left over from last time they were in the kitchen. I am not going to buy any of these because I need to save, and given the spiel at the beginning of this video, I can't warrant spending any more money on bath bombs when I have a fair few. So Skulduggery is scented with Calacus. For those who aren't familiar with Calacus, where have you been? It is the same scent as the Calacus shower jelly, Calacus perfume, Calacus shower gel, the Enchanter bath bomb, Calavera bath bomb, you name it, Lady Katrina soap. There's so many things. Again, my blog, allthingslushuk.blogspot.com, will tell you all of the products that are in that scent. This is a Halloween product, and it came out last year. Oh look, I've got a skull face. Woo! It came out last year during the Halloween range. It's actually been going for a long time. I believe, I'm probably making this up, 2005, there we go, we'll say it. I think it came out around that time originally, and it's made 2 appearances in the Lush kitchen, and it smells really lovely. This is more of a cute factor, I'd say, because if I was to compare this to the Enchanter would win a whole time over. And the reason being is because this is cute and it has little eyes and it smells lovely, but it doesn't give you any sort of colour. So once it's dissolved in the bath, you're left with a sort of translucent milky water. But it is a lovely product, and I can see why they're bringing this out right now, to introduce new Lush fans to the Calacus scent, because well, we all know why we need to introduce fans to the Calacus scent. Halloween. Don't know what that was. The water does stay pretty fragrant throughout most of it, but if you're looking for colour, there's no point getting this unless you're going to pair it with something else, because it'll leave you a bit disappointed. On to Tuesday, and the first product coming out on Tuesday is Demon in the Dark soap. Now, I want to say straight away, this is not a product that I enjoy that much. However, it is a very, very, very popular, slightly cult product, and it will sell out super fast. So Demon in the Dark soap is one that looks very alluring, and I'd actually say it's a very beautiful soap. It's sort of a black swirly soap with lots and lots of green pulp in there, and that pulp is the apple and the peppermint all mixed together and combined. Around the outside of the soap you have a thin layer of black wax, and the black wax is there to keep your soap nice and fresh. So before you use it, I'd highly suggest you peel that off. It's a little bit like avocado co-wash with its red wax around the outside. The reason why I think the wax is there, because you don't find wax like that on every Lush soap to keep them fresh, is because of the name, Demon in the Dark. It's almost like the soap is the demon and the wax around the outside is keeping that soap in the dark. This soap is such a strange smell. It's a combination of apple and apple juice, peppermint and clove, and it's a scent that just doesn't sit with me. It's one of those scents that begs to be listened to. So don't expect it to be a scent that you can just use and not really think about. It's one that will perk you up. It's one that will make you react, whether in a negative way, such as myself, or a positive way. What is good about this soap is that it's packed full of both peppermint and spearmint, and both of those give it a really invigorating feel to it. So when you're using it in the shower, your senses are sort of given that new breath of life. If you have a cold or a cough or sniffles, this would probably be a really good soap to use, because I can imagine it really clearing out your sinuses and giving you that new lease of life. What I didn't like about this product is on initial smell, you get a combination of the mint and the apple, and they are sort of on equal standing. To me, apple and mint don't really go. It's sort of that clash of smells that I think other people find enjoyable and love, whereas I find quite odd. It's sort of a weird smell. You get like that sickly sweet apple smell, very similar I'd say actually to So White, and at the same time you get that really fresh breath of peppermint and spearmint, and together that doesn't quite go. There is a little bit of clove oil in there. You can smell that underneath those two aromas. To me, it's just like three not very favourable people having a fight in a ring. I don't like any of them individually that much, so together it's just chaotic and I don't like it. On the positive side, and I always like to be positive, no I don't, it actually lathers up really well and very, very quickly. So this is a soap that will probably last you quite a long time. Secondly, once you've used the soap, it does seem to stay on your skin. I think when you get a scent that is that strong, it'll be very difficult for it not to stay on your skin for a while afterwards. Thirdly, I found that the soap did actually leave my skin, and I put this on my blog, did actually leave my skin feeling slightly polished and looking slightly polished. So whatever it was doing, it does a lot better than other soaps that leave my skin dry. It's just the smell. I think the main thing for me is the smell. So this is really a mixed bag, because I think there are people that really love it and people that really don't like it. A little bit like Ghost, I'd say. This is very popular, and I know a lot of soaps don't tend to sell out very quickly, but this is one that's going to sell out a lot faster than other releases. Also coming up on Tuesday is Demon in the Dark Shower Gel. Now straight away, this is going to sell out very, very quickly. It is a most wanted product. It has never come out in the Lush kitchen before, and the last time it did come out, it was a forum special, only available for a limited amount of people. So this is going to be one you're going to have to get up early, get online, log in, and get ready to buy. I am hoping to buy a couple of bottles, firstly because I want to update my blog, and secondly, the bottle that I had was a really, really old bottle. So I want to really try it fresh. Now, what I remember when I tried my old bottle, and this might be different to your experience because, as I say, mine was quite an old bottle when I got it. My experience was that the mint slightly overtook the apple in this version, so it was the mint that I was greeted with first and foremost when I took off the bottle lid. However, once I got it out of the bottle and I started using it, that apple comes up and gives you that very recognised Demon in the Dark smell. I'm not going to go over the smell again. It is exactly the same as the Demon in the Dark soap. On the positive side with this shower gel, it's a beautiful colour. It's very similar to Avo Shower, so a lovely green colour, and you don't need a lot at all. It's really, really generous with its lather, or the one I had, and it was really old, so I'm getting a fresh one would be. It's very generous with its lather, and the scent does stick. The warmth does bring out the apple slightly more in the shower, and your skin does feel really, really good afterwards. I'm doing this with my arms underneath the camera. I don't know if you can see, but I sort of feel like I'm a bit like a weather girl now. The forecast is Demon in the Dark shower gel, and Jen not having any money. Anyway, that's Demon in the Dark shower gel. On to Wednesday in the Lush kitchen menu, and the first item coming up is something called 13 Rabbits Bath Melt. I'm lucky enough to have one of these babies left, and it's a bath melt that I wasn't expecting to like all that much when I first tried it out, and I actually really like it. So this doesn't look particularly pleasant. It is a brown colour, and it's not a scent that I thought I would enjoy that much. Now, the strange thing about this bath melt, and what sets it apart from a lot of other bath melts and various other lotions and massage bars, etc., is that this one contains walnut oil and peanut oil as two of the main ingredients. I wouldn't say that there is much of a walnut or peanut smell, but there is a slight nutty element to this bath melt. This bath melt also has a cinnamon and clove infusion, and you can definitely smell the clove element, not so much the cinnamon. It's definitely not a sweet cinnamon smell, but there is that slight heat there that you can sort of appreciate the fact that cinnamon is in the ingredients list somewhere. An ingredient that is actually quite low in the ingredients list, but I think quite high when you smell it, and that is ginger oil. This to me, it smells very similar to the ginger family range, but there is a difference because you know me guys, I don't really like the ginger range all that much, but I do really appreciate this bath melt. It's sort of like a spicy ginger beer without the fizziness and not so much ginger, quite a light ginger smell with a little dashing of clove and a slight chocolatey nuttiness. And I say chocolatey very lightly because it really isn't chocolatey. Maybe I'm just saying that because it's brown, I don't know. I can't say that this bath melt is particularly attractive in the bath water. As the colour suggests, you're just going to get a murky brownness. It's quite a warming bath melt. I would say this is slightly more of an autumn winter product because it is quite warming, it is quite spicy. If you like your bath melts, if you want to try something different and you quite like the sound of it, give it a go because I do like it. It's not a product I love and would rave about and buy a million of, but it is a nice bath melt. It makes a bit of a difference from the usual ones, and until they bring out 13 Rabbit shower gel, this is the closest we're going to get. And the second product to come out on Wednesday is something called Narcotic shower gel. Narcotic shower gel is one that I tried many years ago when I managed to get a really old bottle on eBay. I wasn't sold on it, I finished it up, and when it came out in the kitchen, I couldn't be bothered to buy it basically. Then a few months ago it came out in the kitchen, I thought okay, I'm going to give it another try, and I bought myself this bottle here. One of the great things about this shower gel, and you can't see it from this light unfortunately, is the fact that it is a beautiful, deep, rich blue colour, and that really sells it to me because it's beautiful in the sunlight. This is a strange shower gel as well because the ingredients list doesn't read well when you give it a smell. To me, this is highly dependent on the tea tree oil. Yet the main ingredient in this is rose petal, or rose petal infusion should I say. I don't really get the rose in there that much. It's sort of one of those products that when a person tells you there's a certain ingredient in here, you almost smell it because your brain tells you it's in here. But to me this is highly tea tree. It's very medicinal, it's very clinical smelling. There is other ingredients in here and I forget what they are, so I'm going to read them. You also have lavender flower water, you have fresh lemon juice and sea salt, lemongrass and sage oil. I get the sage oil in there, definitely. There is a slight herbal element to it. It's like tea tree, herbal, and a very slight dashing of lemongrass, and more of the grassy side of the lemongrass comes through. It's a bit of a strange shower gel. It's definitely not a favourite of mine, and it's one that the first time I used actually dried out my skin. It's one of the only shower gels, having been in the shower a matter of minutes, my fingers along here actually crinkled up like what you get sometimes when you stay too long in the bath. I found my skin didn't have the scent on it afterwards. I found my skin didn't feel particularly moisturised. It cleaned well enough, but it wasn't one I was overly enamoured with. Again, if you like your shower gels and you've not tried this, give it a whirl. It's obviously popular because it's come back. It might be great for certain people if they're in a certain mindset or mood, and this might just help to calm them and to alleviate that stress. I don't know, it hasn't worked for me. I still use it. I haven't used a lot of it as you can see, but I can imagine it working quite well if you're in a bad mood and you just want something really simple, quite clinical, quite clean smelling to detoxify those senses and that mind of yours. On to Thursday in the kitchen, and we have a lonesome little product called Happy Pill Bath Bomb. This week we have one lonesome little product here, and I have been very good and kept 3 of these back just to sniff and enjoy. This is, and for those who might not have seen this before but have used the Foot Soak and Fancy Free, which I love, you might notice it's the same mould. Well, the Foot Soak and Fancy Free stole this mould because the Happy Pill is the original bath bomb in that format. This is a large bath bomb, and I'm going to be really careful taking this out because it's always a little bit crumbly. As the name suggests, this is a bath bomb that is supposed to perk you up and make you happy when other things in life don't work. What is great about this bath bomb? Oh my goodness, let me tell you. This orange side here is the olive branch scented. Beautiful mandarin, vine leaves, bay leaves, a beautiful scent. This yellow side at the bottom is happy hippie scented. So spritzy, bright, citrusy grapefruit smell. So you actually have 2 really popular regular shower gels in a bath bomb format. What is great about Happy Pill is that actually it's very easy to break that in half. So you can actually choose, rather than using the whole thing, because it is fairly big, you can actually choose to break it in half and have an olive branch scented bath with perhaps So pop in the bath for a bubble bath, or you can do what I do, chuck it all in like the greedy minx that I am, and enjoy a full, beautiful, happy hippie olive branch scented bath. What is great about this product is it is super strong. I can smell it from about a metre away here, or half a metre, my arm's not that long. Because of its size, it is great value for money, and because it is so big, you can cut it in half and easily use it for 2 separate baths, and you get almost a full-size bath bomb for each. The only negative thing I would say about this product is when you put it in the water and it fizzles up, it sort of foams up. It's one of those, a bit like roller, that foams up and just sort of sits there and slowly sends out waves of froth across the water. The only issue I have is the fact it doesn't really colour the water. If you use both parts, you sort of get like a weird, very, very light, translucent yellow coloured bath. And if you use individual ones, you get even less of a colour. So if you're expecting a really bright, vibrant yellow and orange bath and big swirls of those 2 colours as well, you are sorely mistaken. It doesn't do that at all. That colour disappears pretty quickly in the bath water. It does leave your bath nice and soft, and from what I remember, because I haven't used one in quite a while, you do get that slight layer of, I don't want to say oils, but it is oils. But it's one of those bath bombs that leaves the top layer glistening, so you can see some of the oils on the surface, so you know it's going to be a really nice, comforting, warming, moisturising bath. I would say without a doubt this is going to sell out very, very quickly, and it is definitely a product you have to try if you've not done so already. And we're on to Friday. I feel like I've flapped my arms so much, I'm quite surprised I haven't flown away out the window yet. The time is now after 2 AM in the morning, and this is me, super annoying and super hyperactive with lots of energy, and that's what you get from starting a new diet with your personal trainer and you eat lots of peanut butter. This is the Jen you get when I eat lots of peanut butter. You don't want to see me when I eat lots of avocado. That's just tragic. So the first thing coming out on Friday is something called the 2 Drunk Emoti Bomb. I have a few of these left over here. It's one of those products that I think is quite controversial. Maybe not that serious. I think emoti bombs are sort of a waste of money, but on the other end of the spectrum, I sort of enjoy using them at times. They are, for those who don't know, sort of a bath bomb for your shower. So if you really want to use a bath bomb and you haven't got time for a bath, or you just want to shower instead, you can break these in half, you can break these into quarters, you can use the whole thing, again, if you're a greedy minx like me. And the idea is that you put it just out of reach of the shower hose when the water's running, and the water that accumulates around your feet sort of festers, that's the wrong word, I was going to say dances then, but it's not really dancing, sort of runs underneath the emoti bomb, and the emoti bomb reacts like a bath bomb would. It fizzes up, and the scent comes up into the shower when you're in the shower, and you get a beautiful, vibrant smell. Now, some of the bath bombs, like Up You Get, is designed for more of a wake me up because it's very citrusy and bright. As the name suggests, this is for you when you're hungover, which never happens to me, because on the rare occasions, aka 2 times a year I drink, I always know what to drink so that I don't get hungover, and I don't drink pretty much, and you shouldn't, it's naughty. You could use that money on Lush products. Social life, what's that? So this is 2 Drunk Emoti Bomb. In all fairness to Lush, I think I'm having a seizure there. It sort of replicates my face perfectly in the mornings, most mornings, drunk or not drunk, but it's a very, very cute little emoti bomb. I was surprised to actually quite like this scent more than I was expecting to. Now this one has a main ingredient of peppermint oil, and you can definitely smell the peppermint oil there, but the other ingredients, which include fennel oil, sort of thwarts that really strong peppermint element. So you do get peppermint, but you don't again get that after minty kick. It's quite a unique smell, and it's quite a comforting smell. I certainly wouldn't enjoy bathing in this, so I'm glad it's in this format rather than the bath bomb, and I find that using half of one of these is more than suffice. This one I was quite impressed with, because out of all of the emoti bombs that I've tried from Lush, this one actually had a scent that lasted the longest in the shower. I have left these ones purposely for quite a while, because if you leave them a couple of months, they sort of harden slightly, therefore they're more rigid in the shower, therefore they last longer, and you can get a full shower's worth out of them. There are people out there who love to have them in the shower, and I suppose if you don't have a bath, this is the next best thing. I think it will probably be sold out by the end of the day. I'm not going to buy any myself, but it is cute, and I know it will sell out well, just because, as I said a minute ago, for those who don't have a bath, this is the next best thing. And the last product coming out on Friday, I don't think this needs any introduction. Roller bath bomb. Now I feel slightly nervous about showing you the bath bomb I have below the camera here, because I feel almost like if I unravel this, somebody is going to jump through the window, smash in the door, I don't know. Those people who have missed roller, or who love roller, or who want a million rollers, they are pretty protective over their rollers, and if they get a sniff of this, I feel it's going to be a bit like a rare Pokemon on Pokemon Go, which I don't know because I don't do Pokemon Go, but I'm going to show you anyway. Roller bath bomb was originally an exclusive for Oxford Street, and even myself, who is a regular attendee of that store, found it quite difficult to pick up. This one, unfortunately, has sort of fallen apart, and actually this happens with pretty much all of the roller balls that you will ever see. This is the first of its kind because it is half bath bomb and the top part here is a bath melt. Key information that you need to know. Firstly, this is a surprisingly colourful bath bomb. It actually offers a lot more once it's in the bath. You get lovely streams of multiple colours, and the end result is a beautiful, lovely, rich purple coloured bath. The great thing is that this bath melt obviously adds more moisture, and therefore it's much more moisturising. The scent is beautiful. It shares its scent with the Yummy Mummy stroke Yummy 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 range, so it's a beautiful floral stroke strawberry scent, or fruity scent, because some people don't see it as strawberry, whereas I do. It is super popular. It is one of only 2 items I'm going to buy this week, and this is the one I'm most anxious about. If I even so much as blink, I think when this comes out in the kitchen, I'm going to miss it. This will sell out, I can guarantee, within 10 minutes. If you look on eBay, it's quite tragic to see the prices that one of these goes for. I don't quite think it's worth £36, which is the price I actually saw one of these going for. As you can probably see from Instagram feeds, this is easily the most popular, most anticipated product of the week, and they are very tricky to make, so they won't be coming out very often in the kitchen. I, fingers crossed, I'm hoping to get 4 or 5 of these. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I'm trying to show you that's 5, and I might get 4, but maybe 5, but possibly 4. 5 if I'm being greedy. Definitely not 6. Probably 5, maybe 4. It's one of those scents that just works at any time of the year. It's great in the summer because it's fruity and floral and bright and zesty, and it's great in the winter because it has that rich, deep decadence to it. That is just lovely and warming and beautiful, and I don't need to sell rollerball to anybody. If you don't know what it is, you just want to get it, and if you do know what it is, you definitely want to get it. So that is roller bath bomb. And there we have the Lush kitchen video for this week. I do feel that I shouldn't stand up so much, because when I stand up I tend to wave my arms around, and I'm more hyperactive when I stand up. I don't know if you like that. Leave a comment below and tell me how annoying I am. So, top 3 products that I would buy this week, or am going to buy. The first product is definitely roller bath bomb. My second choice of the week would be Happy Pill Bath Ballistic, and my third choice of the week, it's a tie between 2, but I'm going to go for 13 Rabbits Bath Melt because I do really enjoy that. It was either that or the 2 drunk emoji. Oh god. It was either that or the 2 drunk emoti bomb. Should I say, emoti bomb. I hope I haven't spoken too fast or been too annoying or hyperactive. There's no dancing involved in this week apart from the stupid dancing I'm doing while I'm talking. And until next week, take care. Don't spend as much as me.